Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video, it'll be for Love Island 2026, Series 13, Episode 14. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 13, which was the second unseen bit of this series. Of course, there's going to be spoilers. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So, Aidan and Cavan spoke. Then we had Angelista and Simba were talking with each other. He said, like, people, I think, are playing it a bit safe, to be honest. They had a hug. Mika and Samraj spoke. They were talking about, the challenge. How did you find it? Yasmin and Aidan spoke. I think Yasmin is probably going to get to know Lorenzo too, and she did mention that to Aidan. Sean and Lorenzo spoke. Basically, saying that he kissed Yasmin. Mika and Jasmine spoke. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Jasmine. I think she got a bit upset or something. Aidan and Yasmin in bed, they kissed. Jasmine was touching Cavan's face. Simba had his arm round Angelista. Lola and Sean were touching faces, and Lorenzo and Priya kissed. Simba wanted to pull Mika, but I think Mika was like, I hope he doesn't pull me for a chat or something. Yasmin snuck upstairs to Lorenzo. Then Lola and Sean, they went on their first date. I think they were doing like paddle boarding or something. So basically, they're standing on like this big surfboard and then they're like paddling or something. Tommy and Ellie spoke. They kissed. Some boys were talking of this like combo upstairs. It was basically with Mika and Samraj, and basically saying, that he might dead it, I think, or Mika might dead it, really. And yeah, she did, to be honest. But yeah, as I said, some of the boys were listening to it upstairs, I think. Cavan and Jasmine spoke. Tommy and Priya spoke. Then Jasmine and Priya spoke. Mika makes Simba nervous. That's what, Simba thinks, really. And then Tommy pulled Namibia to the terrace. They kissed. And then, I think he was saying, a kiss isn't a big deal, to be honest, and all this. But she was like, no, it is, to be honest. Ellie and Priya then spoke on the app. We ran the tape, so you don't have to, Angelista. Getting jealous when your partner gets attention. There's a video on that. Which islander would you want to comfort you when you're feeling low? 2% said Aidan. 5% said Angelista. 22% said Ellie. 17% said Jasmine. Then we had 3% for Cavan. 13% said Lola. 5% Lorenzo. 14% Mika. 0% for Namibia. 1% Priya. 5% Sam. 2% Samraj. 6% Sean. 1% Simba, 1% Tommy, and then 3% Yasmin. Then there's a photo, Sam at it again with the one-liners. How was my snoring, anyone? Was it okay? Or I think that was Priya. And then I'm deaf and I could hear it from over here. What plan do Lorenzo and Sean come up with? Well, it was getting Yasmin upstairs to chat to Lorenzo alone. Then it feels like we've been here before. Trying to figure out if you're in a love triangle. There's a video on that. What's your ideal first date? Well, 11% said paddleboarding, which is what they did. 36% said a nice dinner. 22% said going for a drink. 15% coffee and a walk. 9% mini golf. And then 7% cinema. And then there's some photos, a paddleboard date for the mum and dad of the villa. There's like 5 photos, I think, of that. And then a photo of first kiss for Ellie and Tommy. And then, do you think Cav's head will turn for Priya? 44% said yes, it will turn for Priya. And then 56% said stick with Jasmine. How to handle ending a situationship. An educational video for all of you who ghost out there. Being put in the friend zone, there's a video on that. A first kiss for Tommy in Namibia. Okay to kiss Tommy, there's a photo on that. And then there's a video. Ellie's left a love triangle and found herself in a love square, snogging 2 girls in the same day. And then first look for, I think, the next episode. Secret snogs and a kissing competition cause chaos. Tommy's secret snog with Namibia is exposed, and there's more kissing chaos in the challenge as the boys rank the girls' smooches. There's also some videos, all the kisses and snogs from week 1. They might have only just met, but the Islanders weren't holding back when it came to locking lips. Here's all the sexy snogs and kissing couples from week 1 on YouTube, and then also week 2, every kiss and smooch from week 2. There was a lot of action on the Kent Terrace this week, with Islanders kissing left, right and centre, from locking lips in challenges to cute bedtime snogs to secret hideaway kisses. Here's every Villa kiss from week 2. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.